Well guys, it looks like I made my Strange Mods playlist just in the nick of time, because this is the first thing that really showed up on my mod feed this morning. It's Terraria, but everyone is spinning. Evidently in version 0.1, NPCs were spinning too quickly. They've slowed that down. In version 0.3, they gave non-flying NPCs hovering so that they can float. Obviously an important touch. So I am sold. Let's download. That's an obvious download, and let's give it a go. So what? Yeah, they do spin. Look at this. Here's a question. Are these NPCs actually even usable? No. At least not this one. I don't even really have an idea of what he's doing. I guess he's flying, but he's also clipping through blocks. What is the point of this? I have no idea. Alright, let's see the arms dealer. I can't use the arms dealer. And then my fishing rod. This is what happens when I have multiple fishing lines. Yeah. So everything, including any sort of projectile, seems to spin around. We will, of course, have to test this on bosses before all is said and done. Looks like my wacky, wavy, inflatable arm flailing tube men are normal. But all NPCs and projectiles, well, they just kind of orbit around a fixed point, and it renders them completely inaccessible. So if you want to sell stuff, buy stuff, sorry. And look at that little fellow. My little furry friend here he's spinning as well. And he's also clipping through blocks. Doesn't make him invulnerable, I don't think. And my projectiles are also spinning, yep. So they can spin, but they're still just as vulnerable as before. Well, what else can we try out here? Obviously, my base, there's really not much left to say about this other than that my NPCs are happily spinning. So let's go on a little journey, and yeah, there's the Dryad. And she is also inaccessible. And wow, is this a binary system? It's a binary system, guys. Alright, yeah, she's inaccessible too. So let's go in another binary system. They say most stars are binaries. I guess in this world, well, in this strange modded world, maybe the same is true with bunnies and NPCs. Very weird, right? Well, let's jump around the world and see what things look like. Yeah. So this is the lunar cultist spawn. There should be lunar cultists here. That's a weird effect. The little magical circle is spinning, and there are no lunar cultists to be found. There should be some. So that's a weird kind of side effect from that, and I have to say it makes the Crimson more dangerous. Let's check out the underground temple and see what that looks like. Seems quiet. Oh no, I was going to say it seemed pretty quiet so far, but there's the lizard. Let's get out of there. Let's give an example of what the underworld looks like. I imagine this is going to be pretty dangerous if you were to actually try this. The enemies down here can be pretty powerful and knock off your HP even at the best of times. So there's one. There's the Hellbat. That's even tougher to hit, not only because of the spinning, but because my projectiles no longer go in a straight line. Let's see what else. Oh god, look at these. You can see how much more dangerous certain things become. I guess there was no guide NPC because the wall of flesh didn't spawn, but thankfully I have the cheat sheet mod. So let's start trying out some bosses, shall we? First, there's my Stardust Dragon, and it's like he's caught in a twister. I don't know if this makes it more powerful or less powerful. I have to say it probably makes it less powerful. But now that we're in the underworld, let's try a boss. I don't know. What comes to mind? Of course, the wall of flesh. So let's give that a go. And just click that button, and it's a little more unnerving. I don't know if it's more dangerous. It's almost like it's dancing in rhythm to some unheard music. And yeah, it dies just as easily with this super-powered weapon I've got. I think the wall of flesh is probably not really that much more dangerous with this mod. It still just tracks you across the screen. So let's go somewhere above ground and test out some other boss spawns, because I think you'll want to see what the different bosses act like. Oh god, sand sharks. Let's see what some of the bosses act like. So the Brain of Cthulhu, I don't know if that's that much worse. We dispatched him quickly with our super weapon. Let's figure out what else we want to spawn. I don't know, I'm spoiled for choice. King Slime. Yeah, I guess early game this would be pretty dangerous. It's like he's jumping for joy right now. He's so big, of course. His orbiting cycle is small enough it doesn't look that different from the king slime. Now the queen bee, actually, it almost seems appropriate for the bee to kind of bounce a little bit, so that didn't seem too strange. Let's try something else. I don't know, Golem. And, you know, they did say they buffed up Golem in the 1.4 patch, but right now TModloader is using the 1.3 patch, so I think maybe the 1.4 patch could take some notes from this. And this is weird. I think the Golem might actually be invulnerable because of the spinning. I can't seem to get rid of him. Yeah, this is a super duper Golem for sure. Normally he's one of the easier bosses. At least I think so. But yeah, none of my super weapons seem to have any effect. So, and neither does the Stardust Dragon. So we're going to have to cheat mode him away. Well, that's interesting. Don't fight Golem with this mod. How about Plantera? Yeah, Plantera can be scary at the best of times. And that looked kind of tough. But I really want to try out some of the tougher bosses like Duke Fishron here. Yeah, he's going to be tough to dodge with this. Normally he flies at you in a pretty direct line, but now he kind of curves around, and yeah, I wouldn't want to fight him. So let's skip ahead, and I've already summoned the Moon Lord. He'll be here any second now. Here he is. And oh my god. Yeah, this is, look at those magic spells he casts. Look how they spin. You would not want to fight this. It's like he's up on an espresso bender or something. Like he's loaded up on 5-hour energy drinks, and he is not going to let you out of his sight. This is not the version of the Moon Lord any of you will want to fight. All of his magic spells kind of spin around, and they seem to affect a really broader area than normal. Yeah, this is going to be... I wonder if you could actually beat this fight without any kind of other mods to cheat. I'm sure players could. Anyway, I'm just going to hack him away with the cheat sheet. So that's the spinning mod. There's really not much else to it. Everything spins. So I'll be eager to turn this mod off. It was interesting for a few minutes, but look at these guys go. Yeah, I think I've had enough of this. Anyway, I'll include a link to some of the details if you're curious.